Have you ever had the feeling that something's off? People behaving like NPCs, doing random things like the world isn't quite real? Maybe it's because it isn't. What if I told you you might not exist? It's a very real possibility that we're all NPCs in a hyper-realistic simulation. Let's break it down. AI in games has come a long way. Early NPCs followed simple scripts. Stand here, say this, attack when provoked, and repeat the same line multiple times. But modern AI, it learns, it adapts. Depending on the player, they do certain things, not directly programmed, but developed through player interactions. Some game worlds are so complex that their creators don't even fully control them. Now think bigger. If we were in a simulation, wouldn't our AI behave in a similar way? Limited agency, but just enough to feel real. What if human consciousness is just advanced code running in some cosmic server? Liar brain. Your senses, all lies. Your brain doesn't experience reality directly. It interprets electrical signals, and those signals can be manipulated. Have you ever had a dream so vivid it felt real? Or a hallucination so strong it tricked your mind into seeing, hearing, or even feeling something that wasn't there? Sleep paralysis is a perfect example of how easily perception can be distorted. Sleep paralysis is the feeling that you're stuck. You can't move, but you can perceive the world around you, and in some cases you are just stuck, and that is it. But other times, you can see a distorted, warped reality similar to your own, but different altogether. Like, imagine your room is bigger, your walls are a different color, or maybe the nightmarish being standing in your doorway or over top of you. But your senses alone can be altered in all sorts of ways outside of the realm of semi-consciousness. Take touch, for instance. You never actually touch anything. Your atoms truly never meet because of electromagnetic forces. So what you feel as a pressure or a texture is just your brain interpreting repelling forces. Scientists like Richard Feynman have explained that what you call touch is just an illusion created by your nervous system. The feeling of touch is just the brain, aka the strongest computer ever, which just happens to also be a part of your organic body, telling you what is happening. Isn't that interesting? Sight is no different. Your eyes don't see, your brain does. Light enters your retina, gets converted into electrical signals, and your brain constructs an image, sometimes even filling in gaps. Where information is missing, optical illusions prove that what you perceive isn't always actually there, but rather what your brain thinks should be there. Have you ever looked into the leaves on a tree and noticed it making a shape that's not actually there? Whether it's a face, an animal, or something familiar? Something that you wouldn't expect to see in the leaves, the twigs, or the empty space in between everything? That's pattern recognition. Our AI can do that. Then there's hearing. Vibrations in the air turned into electrical signals that your brain translates into sound. Ever had a song stuck in your head? That's your brain generating sound with no external input. Charles Liberman's research at Harvard Medical School shows that the auditory system can fabricate sounds from memory, making you hear things that don't exist. Even taste and smell are easily deceived. Both rely on chemical interactions, but perception can be altered at the smallest changes. Have you ever noticed how food tastes different when your nose is blocked? That's because much of what you taste is actually what you smell. Studies on olfactory illusions have shown that environmental cues can trick your brain into perceiving scents and flavors that aren't really there. There is actually this neat company, not sponsored by them, but I would gladly accept it, AirUp, where you drink nothing but water, but there are these little scent capsules on the top of the bottle, and whatever scent that you picked is the flavor of the water that you will smell. Everything you experience is just your brain's best guess, a reconstruction, not an absolute reality. And if we are to have technology like VR that can trick our senses on some level, imagine what civilization thousands or even millions of years ahead could do. Really hitting into Sword Art Online territory there, aren't we? Simulation theory. Philosophers and scientists have debated the idea that we live in a simulation. Think about it. Every game we create is more immersive than the last. At some point, simulations will be indistinguishable from reality. Mathematician Nick Bostrom introduced the simulation hypothesis in his 2003 paper, arguing that sufficiently advanced civilization would almost certainly create realities, and if they can, they will, meaning statistically speaking, we're more likely to be in one than not. Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and physicist James Gates have all discussed this possibility. Also, quantum physics has some weird code-like rules. Pixels in games only render when you look at them. Similarly, in quantum mechanics, particles behave differently when observed. What if reality functions like a video game, rendering only when we interact with it? Kind of like the idea of when a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound? James Gates found error-correcting codes similar to those in computer software embedded in equations of string theory. If reality has code, who wrote it? Here's a little hidden quest for you. Like the video. Maybe in another timeline, you already did. Why not do it in this timeline as well? Let's just take a moment to talk about creating a simulation. Let's say we're not NPCs and we're regular biological beings, we are still on track to create these simulated realities, with ray tracing, path tracing, and AI-driven rendering. Aside from reducing FPS and creating a slideshow, they're pushing games to photorealistic levels. I mean, have you seen Unrecord? Ray tracing simulates real-life light physics, calculating how light interacts with objects in real time. Games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Indiana Jones showcased this, but it heavily impacts the performance. Path tracing is a more advanced version of ray tracing that simulates light paths even more accurately. AI rendering, with machine learning and AI upscaling like NVIDIA DLSS, allows us to push graphics further while maintaining performance. Side effects may include ghosting, but that's a problem for another time. The problem right now is frame rates. Right now, enabling ray tracing and path tracing, it tanks your performance. But with quantum computing and better GPUs in the future, real-time graphics will be indistinguishable from reality. Soon, all our waifus will be in 8K 144 Hz. Augmented reality, virtual reality, brain-computer interfaces. Soon, digital experiences will be indistinguishable from the real world. And if we can do it, what's stopping someone else from having done it already? And what says that they're real? Or further, or further, or further, or further. So, are you real, or are you just some lines of code running on a pre-programmed script? Either way, don't take my word for it. Go glitch test reality for yourself. Maybe use a water bucket to reduce your fall damage, or find a locked area. Don't go too crazy though. If we are in a simulation, we're playing in hardcore. Go outside, seize the day before your computer software is out of date. Subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you want to see in our future videos. Alrighty guys, peace out.